There is a right way and a wrong way to build a home gym.
I'm going to show you the right way to do it, no matter what your budget is or how much space you have.
But first, let me show you how I built my first home gym the wrong way and the change it made now that I've done it right.
My first home gym was a standard 1-inch barbell, a wobbly bench, and some of those cheap vinyl dumbbells. It's safe to say that it wasn't safe. I would get bored squatting rather than my muscles getting tired. And I used it more as a clothes hanger than a gym. Whereas with my new gym, I'm now lifting more weight than ever before in my mid-30s with my little home gym setup.
Now, I can almost hear your mind thinking, well, you clearly spent way more money on it. That's obviously the difference.
Well, the first time I spent around $400.
This time I spent $989.
So yes, you're right, it is more, but I wouldn't say it's exactly breaking the bank. And I built my first home gym when I was a university student with no money. Who am I kidding? I still don't have any money. So what is the wrong way to build a home gym then? I figured out that there were 3 fatal errors I made when building my first home gym. Any of them can just make your home gym collect dust,
but none more so than the third mistake.
I'll get to that soon.
But the first error could be explained with my other YouTube channel.
I published random videos on there whenever I felt like it about anything that came to my mind that day. It has 87 videos on there over a few years, whereas this channel already has more views from 3 videos in 2 weeks. Why? Well, I can't say for sure, but all I know is that this time I have a plan. I know there are certain videos that I want to create for people who are looking to get a bit stronger from home and hopefully save people the terrible mistakes I've made from trying to build a home gym in the past. I realized that when I built my first home gym, I made the exact same mistake as my other YouTube channel. One day I decided that I wanted to buy some gym stuff, so I did. I went onto Amazon and bought the first things I saw for the price that I could afford. As I've already showed you, this sucked. This time I dedicated some space for my home gym, the garage, go figure. I knew exactly what 4 items of equipment I wanted, and you can find out what they are in this video after you watch this one. And because I knew what items of equipment I wanted, I knew that I needed gym mats this time. It protects the floor and equipment. Sit-ups on a cold stone floor is never fun. They look pretty cool. They also insulate the room. And I knew from experience that once you put a rack in, you won't put flooring down as it's just too annoying to move everything around. But even with a plan, if you make the same mistake my daughter did the other day, it won't matter. So we went out in the woods with some friends and she was all excited about building a den. She was tossing sticks onto a tree like there was no tomorrow, just eager to play. But surprise, surprise, the whole thing collapsed when she tried to go inside. After a mini tantrum, I finally got her to listen. I explained the importance about building a solid foundation. You know, using the big sticks first and then saving the smaller ones for like decorations and stuff. And then it hit me. I pulled the exact same move when I built my first home gym. I went for the super cheap 1-inch barbell and a sketchy bench that couldn't handle any weight. The moral of the story is no shortcuts.
Just like my daughter's den, build a solid foundation first. I'd rather buy a decent set of gymnastics rings that I carry on using rather than a crappy set of dumbbells that I don't use again once I buy a better pair. Invest in decent equipment that you'll actually enjoy using. And decent doesn't always mean expensive.
Just check out my challenge where I tried to build a home gym in 24 hours for under $1,000 to see what I mean. But there has to be a balance here, because whilst you don't want to be an eager beaver and buy the first thing that you see, like I did, you definitely don't want to make this next mistake, which I've also done. It's easily the worst one out of the 3, and I would bet it's probably the most common. So back in 2014, I cracked open my first book since uni called The 4-Hour Workweek. Cut to the chase, it made me realise the potential of starting my own business. Fast forward to 2018 and I finally got around to building a website as a side hustle. Yeah, it took me 4 years to act on my idea. 4 years. Guess what?
I pulled the same stunt with my home gym project. It took me years to actually get around to building it.
I got caught in what's called analysis paralysis.
I'd see other people's home gyms, I think they just look amazing and overwhelming, and I'm never actually going to be able to do it.
Turns out all I needed was a weekend to get things rolling. And here's the scoop. You can get a killer workout with just 4 pieces of equipment. The best thing about these items is that they're ideal for complete beginners all the way to elite powerlifters. You've got a tight budget, a set of adjustable dumbbells and a bench is plenty for some solid results. If you don't believe me that this is possible, then just hit the subscribe button, because I'm making a video soon about how I'm going to build a second home gym using this space here for under $500. And yes, my wife is delighted about this. So now you know how to avoid the wrong way to build a home gym, but I bet you're still curious about what those 4 essential items are for most people. And to find out, you need to watch this video here. I'll also share exactly what to look for in these 4 items and a couple of sneaky tips on where to find them. And no, it's not just Facebook Marketplace.
Right, show your muscles.
Trick!